In July 2022, the United States Department of Defense received a congressional mandate that forced an immediate change in operations. They were ordered to create a dedicated military office to hunt and identify unidentified objects operating in American airspace. This new division, operating out of the Pentagon, was named the All-Domain Anomaly Resolution Office, or AARO. Its directive was straightforward: synchronize intelligence across the military, analyze reports of anomalous phenomena, and publish those findings for the general public. The intake since that office opened its doors has been massive. Military personnel have filed over 1,600 official reports of unidentified anomalous phenomena. For decades prior, the standard operating procedure for military sightings was to log the encounter, classify the details, and assure the public that there was nothing of concern. Pilots who reported strange objects often risked their professional credibility and their careers. Measured. The shift is institutional. The Department of Defense has moved from silencing witnesses to funding a permanent analytical office, acknowledging that unidentified objects in restricted airspace are a concrete national security concern. The results of that tracking are now on the public record. In November 2024, AARO released its annual report, documenting 757 new encounters processed over a 12-month period. This diagram tracks the 757 new cases processed in 1 year. While investigators resolved most reports, exactly 21 were classified as truly anomalous. Their locations reveal a specific pattern. 18 of these unexplained incidents occurred directly inside restricted airspace over U.S. nuclear weapons facilities. These were not fleeting sensor glitches. While airmen like these monitored our nuclear silos, they tracked objects hovering in restricted airspace for long durations. 10 incidents lasted at least 5 minutes, and in one case, an unidentified object lingered near a facility for nearly 2 hours. AARO reviewed these incursions against all current intelligence regarding Chinese and Russian aerospace capabilities. Their conclusion is that these objects do not match any known advanced technology from a foreign adversary. AARO's official stance as of 2024 is that these incidents cannot be explained by any breakthrough technology in possession of foreign adversaries. This leaves a significant gap in the record. Objects with unknown origins and capabilities are operating near the most sensitive locations in the United States. While analyzing the skies yielded 21 anomalies, AARO's mandate also required them to audit the past. They initiated a historical record report to review every government program touching on UFOs, and the archives contained a completely different kind of secret. During the 1980s, an Air Force colonel was assigned a specific mission near the perimeter of the top-secret Area 51 facility in Nevada. His job was to approach local civilians and hand them fabricated photographs of flying saucers. This was an official operation with a precise strategic objective. The military wanted the local population and Soviet intelligence assets to believe that the secure facility was testing extraterrestrial craft. The truth was highly classified. The base was actually developing the F-117 Nighthawk, an aircraft with a radical design that achieved a massive leap in radar evasion. Letting spies chase alien rumors was an effective way to protect American aviation testing. The military successfully weaponized human curiosity. Much of the foundational flying saucer mythology believed by the American public was a deliberate, highly successful psychological operation engineered by the Pentagon itself. The deception extended directly to their own ranks. AARO investigators uncovered an internal military practice known as Yankee Blue. Newly assigned officers were brought into classified briefings, shown staged photographs of discs, and told they were being read into an extraterrestrial reverse engineering program. The intent was to test whether these young officers could keep a secret, but many were never informed that it was a hazing ritual. They spent their careers believing the government possessed alien technology, and when they eventually retired and spoke to researchers, they leaked fabricated stories they genuinely believed were true. When AARO's director attempted to include these internal disinformation campaigns in the official historical record report, he met immediate resistance. Air Force leadership pushed to suppress the findings, arguing they could expose classified methods or damage the reputations of the officers involved. When the public version of the historical record report was released in early 2024, The most damning evidence of the government's deliberate disinformation operations was entirely missing from its pages. The Department of Defense established an office specifically to investigate allegations of historical cover-ups. When that office found proof that the military had actively lied to the public for decades, the military covered up the results of the investigation. The battle over transparency escalated in early 2026 when a presidential directive forced federal agencies to declassify records connected to anomalous sightings. The newly renamed Department of War began dumping these files directly to a public portal, releasing them in rolling batches. The initial uploads contained decades of historical military records. Among them were previously sealed logs from NASA's early spaceflight missions, detailing encounters where Apollo and Gemini astronauts formally reported unexplained observations while in orbit. The most recent batch of documents brought in reports from the CIA and the FBI, with a heavy emphasis on a specific type of craft. Federal agents and intelligence officers submitted multiple accounts detailing fast-moving, luminous, spherical objects that easily outmaneuvered pursuing military helicopters. The files also include a 2008 CIA report documenting a hollow, disc-shaped craft hovering above an international airport runway in Zimbabwe. The intelligence community could not identify the object, and the raw analysis was transmitted directly to the White House Situation Room. The Pentagon attached a clear disclaimer to these releases. None of the documents confirm the existence of extraterrestrial life. What they do confirm is a persistent, highly advanced presence operating in domestic and allied airspace that the U.S. government has tracked for decades and still cannot explain. This paper trail sits in direct tension with the testimony of David Grush, a former Air Force intelligence officer who served as a representative to AARO before resigning. Testifying under oath before Congress, Grush stated that the military operates a deeply covert program dedicated to recovering non-human craft and possessing non-human biologics. The Inspector General evaluated his complaint, labeling it credible and urgent. AARO investigated his testimony as part of their historical review and issued an immediate official denial. Their report stated that they found no verifiable evidence to support the existence of any crash retrieval or reverse engineering programs. This creates a direct conflict of interest. Grush alleges a cover-up, yet the office investigating him is a sub-department of that exact same military. AARO effectively audited its own parent organization and found no evidence of wrongdoing. We are left with a contradiction in the public record. The government's own declassified files prove that highly advanced craft routinely violate restricted airspace. Those same files prove the military has a documented history of manufacturing fake UFO sightings to deceive the public. The phenomena are real, but the truth remains classified.